stories.
Praise God, church.
Amen.
I opened up my home in 2011 for home fellowship. And at the same time, we started a construction of apartments. I would like to give glory to God because I finished my apartments. They are fully furnished. And I sent a few pictures to my relatives abroad. And they've been asking me whether the place is in Kampala. Yeah, beautiful, fully furnished apartments. And this week, I got my first client, an American. I would also like to thank God for it. I would also like to thank God. I wanted a visa to go and attend my daughter's graduation. But I did not, one of the requirements was a certain amount of money on the account, which I did not have. And my friends were saying that I should borrow money to put on my account. But I remember the scriptures in the Bible saying, "We shall not borrow, and debt is not our portion." So I told God I wasn't going to borrow, but I was going to get the visa. I presented my documents. Without even that amount of money on the account, I got the visa on Friday. Sometime back, my young sister dreamt that a serpent had bitten my mother and she had died. And she sent me a message. We prayed, and indeed, the following day, after an overnight where Mama was preached about sudden death in families, we prayed, and the following day on a Saturday, that serpent manifested in the physical. My mother saw it, and her housekeeper killed it. It was a huge snake. I would also like to thank God for it, because maybe if we hadn't prayed, then the serpent would have bitten and she would have died.
My name is Harriet, and praise God for answering my prayers. 5 of my prayer requests from the beginning of the year have been answered. 2 of that was, one was the expansion of Living Word Assembly. The day the pastor announced about Boyogere Church, I just thought God was like, wow, God, did you actually answer prayers? And the second of that was the prayer request was establishment in ministry. I just thank God for His grace upon my life. And I also thank God, my work involves a lot of travel. The last 2 weeks I was up and down, but still His angels guided us and brought us back safely. And praise God for that.
Praise God, church. I'm Christine. I'm here to glorify the Lord. The first testimony is during the 21 days of fasting, I got an evil attack from the enemy. But I want to thank God that within that same period, God delivered me through a dream, and the evil implantations were removed from my body. I give God the glory for that. And secondly, on Thursday last week, I left home when I was supposed to meet the proprietor for whom I'm supposed to work for. But I thank God that before I left home, I have prayed and covered the place where I was going with the precious blood of the Lamb. Because on the way before I could board the vehicle, the devil wanted to terminate my life. But I want to thank God that God delivered me. I give God the glory. So on Thursday when I went to see my proprietor, he told me to start working on Friday, and on Friday I started working. I give God the glory.
Maze myaka 2 omukaga nga nalwala spinal cord bangamba magumba asatu gali gayawukana. Nali nalwala n'enseke maze emyaka 3 nga zinnuma. Nze eddagala erya buli kika kuyeza mubasabira kale sirina kyesikoze bibadde byagaana. Naye nasinkana omwami Jadali nansabira okuva lwe yasabira saddamu okuwulira nseke ate ne spinal cord zitaziwulira nazirungi.
Hallelujah. She has 26 years of spinal cord sickness. Her disc bones had separated. She tried going to Mombasa, and the doctors did not give her a solution. But when Brother Jordan prayed for her. That has been terminated.
Amen.
Praise God, church. Amen. I'm here to thank God for my dear life and for protection. And again, I thank God for the fruit of our womb. This was last year in October when we came here for our lunch hour. My sister had a problem whenever she got a toilet, whenever she could conceive, goes to the toilet pregnancy board, she could leave it there. It was 4 times. It happened 4 times. Then she could call me and say, my sister, what is this really? Then I told her, please let us just believe in God. One day He will do something. So one day when I came here for lunch hour, Pastor Organ was here praying. Then was like, people, let us pray and believe for the fruit of our womb. Then I was like, I need to stand in for my sister. We prayed and prayed and went for my fasted and prayed. Then after 1 month, she called me and she was like, again, have conceived. Now we need to stand in for me. I said, yeah, we are going to pray. So we prayed. Then I was like, don't mind. The only thing I want is to see you holding my baby. I give glory and honor back to His holy name. It was on Thursday at night at around 2:30 when she gave birth to her. Then after that, when I went to sleep, after I prayed, I went to sleep. Then a dream came that she called my mother in a village. And my mother called the villagers, we were shouting, singing, hallelujah, hallelujah. After a dream, I said, God, you've given hallelujah to be praised anymore.
Hallelujah.
Yeah. I give glory and honor back to His holy name. My daughter is making 8 years. It has not been easy to raise her.
Glory to God. Hallelujah.
Amen.
My name is Boma. I'm here to shame the devil and glorify the name of the living.
Amen.
If most of you remember, I testified on 21st how I got a stroke in January, and January, February, March, April, May, June. People have been like suffering. Paralysis, loss of memory, everything. When Pastor said we pray for the 21 days, I put the medicine aside. I said no therapy anymore, and I fasted. And I believed God. And I thank God that He delivered me that day here. Like Pastor said, this is a spiritual attack. When I left this place with my family that day, we were in the car and I just got like as if a razor is cutting me into two. And I'm like, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. The next minute I couldn't talk. When we reached home, I just said, oh, I'm not even I remember. So I told him, poured in my mouth, my tongue got folded. I couldn't speak for the next 2 days. This was from 21st. On Wednesday, I said I'm going to church and I'm going to testify on Saturday, which was last week. On Friday, I choked over food. I don't know how, and my voice just went. For the last week, I've not had a voice. And yesterday, I said, when I'm going limping or crying or I don't know, rolling or jumping, I will go and testify. So I'm just and I know I'm not going to others the same. This stops.
My name is Peter. Today I want to thank God because in the month of July I received my double portion.
Amen.
I got a free job and I want to give glory to the God.
Amen.
Yeah, and I taking testimony. I want to thank God because I'm going to get married.
Hallelujah.
Praise Jesus Church. Jeffrey is my name. I'm here to shame the devil and glorify God. For yesterday, on Tuesday I got to drive as I was going to work because I'd chosen to change the acidity of the spot in my battery. Then a friend of mine called me and told me to lend him my vehicle. He had a journey. His was 40. Then I did so on phone. So he went for the vehicle. He replaced his battery, or he placed his battery on my vehicle and drove off. So when I came back on Thursday, I checked, instead of using the official cover that covers one of the terminals on the battery, he used a piece of paper to cover it that carries soap. So I said maybe since it's temporal, maybe I can work with it. So yesterday I was talking to Life Victory Church in Atete, but then a cousin brother's wedding. I was supposed to pick some people on the way, or friends. And then as I was moving, I prayed in the morning, as the Bible says that we roll our journeys unto God, and His hand will never take away His grace is not sufficient. As I was moving, I tried to call them to notify them that I started get ready. So I lost coverage in network. And then when I got it, I backed aside because my disc would not talk on the phone. So I just saw two people rushing to the side where I was, opening the car doors. Do you want to die inside the car? I said, what? The car was on fire. Because when the battery burned to the terminal burned to the paper, then the sparks connected on the bonnet, and then the car was on fire. So we tried, people ran off, others who had vehicles there, drove off. I struggled to remove the battery because they had both gave me the press to remove the battery. I have injuries here. And if you look at the trouser I was wearing, the acids spilled over in my face and my, the legs. If you look at the trouser, it has holes now. But I just thank God, and I'm humbled to give this testimony that I survived that.
Praise God, church. My name is Christine. I want to testify to God's goodness in my life. This is the first time that I testify in the crowd. Yes. And my voice is breaking, but these are tears of joy. I want to thank God that my children graduated. For 11 two of them. And I double portion. We praise God for that. I thank God for being my defender, for being my provider, for sustaining me, because I've passed through so many challenges. But God has been faithful. My children lost their father 8 years ago. It was hard. But God provided school fees, He provided food, He provided shelter. We never lacked, we never begged for bread. Amen. I want to thank God. But even then I was earning a very small salary. And to speak to God like He's present, like He's just here now telling God, I do not want to be corrupt. I do not want to shame you. But how are you going to provide of that money, 600,000 shillings? I had 3 children, but I had a family of more than 10 people to look after. And God has been faithful. I don't know how He did it, but He was faithful. Sometimes He answers the prayers so suddenly. I remember I saw a letter that was inviting us for looking for somebody to go to a commission of inquiry. I saw it, and my friend came and said she was the secretary for that commission. She said, Christina, some good people can work with me. So I recommended 2 very good people from my department. And I prayed. I just said, God, I need something. And that was what I said. And when she came back, she said, the boss had said I should take you. Then last year there was also another opening. I saw it, I prayed, God, I need this. And He did. It came to pass. So I want to thank God for His faithfulness. He has been very, very faithful. I want to thank God for all those who have stood with us during this time. I want to thank God for this Living Word Assembly, that they have nurtured me. I have grown, I have learned how to fight battles. I want to thank God that my child had migraine headaches for more than 10 years. But God healed her. She woke up one day and said, "Mommy, we are gone." But before then, we had gone all places, save for the witch doctor. We saw therapists, we saw many people, until God spoke clearly to me and said, "Keep standing on my promises." And this was in a vision. And we did our stood on his promises, and he has been faithful.
Hallelujah.
For all this year, all the years that I have lived, so many things come to me and I really wonder. And I thank God so much for my name because it brings blessings. I also thank God for the name, the meaning of the name Annette is a high flying eagle. And I'm a high flyer at work, at home, wherever I go. I also want to thank God so much that since I have begun, I've been having so many challenges to the point that I was getting to depression. But I thank God so much that above it all, every time I remember the Lord and He's been faithful. I also thank God so much for Sunday school. My children don't know any songs apart from the songs in Sunday school and the songs that we listen to in the car. This morning I was in slumber and I had two children. I had voices only to go and check because my children praising God early in the morning. I want to give God the glory. I also want to thank God so much for my mother. My mother does not yet know the Lord, but I see her on the way. Nowadays, she recognizes that everything that happens in her life is God that has done the things. And I also thank God finally so much for last month, the month of double portion. This week, I've been overwhelmed. Yesterday was the most surprising. I've been in need of money, but I always put down my things to do. Financially, materially, everything, spiritually. So yesterday, I got money. Then 2 years ago, I think, when I just joined my workplace, there's some money I was supposed to pay us, and I even forgot about it. And I was told within this week to go and pick that money. I give God the glory.
My name is Jamila. The fact that I'm standing here this morning is a testimony. I thank God that I've been a robber of His time. I've been a terrible robber, not robbing people but God. But I thank God I've been able to pay His tithes in time and constantly. I also thank God He's enabled me to join ministry. Finally, I'm no longer a bench woman. I will praise the Lord and give Him the glory. He's connected me to friendly friends and He's connected me to unfriendly friends.
Glory to God.
My name is Rhoda. I thank God that He has protected me. My house was vandalized on Monday, but I thank God that my life is still intact and He's providing us secrets to the enemy. And I know by the end of this week I'll be having my things back.
Praise the Lord.
Amen.
Praise the Lord.
Amen.
My name is Kosian. Thank the Lord I'm standing here. I thank Him for protection throughout school. And during school it was a rainy season, so thunder, lightning and all that struck a petrol station and it exploded. And by my school there are like 5 petrol stations that keep going, but none of them reached our school. I'm still here, I thank God for that. And then in our class, a girl came to class for a normal class, but she fainted. At 1 a.m. that day we were told she died. But as I really want to thank God for His protection over my life, for His provision, and for keeping my family.
Amen.
Praise God, church. My name is Deborah. I'm here to give God the glory. Sincerely, last month someone sent me money, but then that person was supposed to give me a portion of it, but then he gave me double. And when he tried to inquire from the person who had sent it, he said, "It's okay, let her have it. I'll send you something." I give God the glory.
I have 2 testimonies. A few months ago, I had 2 spiritual attacks, and they manifested in the physical. One of them is I had a dream. A woman came and hit my stomach. When I woke up in the morning, I was crawling. I did not walk. I just crawled to my sister's bedroom and she tried to pray for me. When I went to walk, 3 days later, 2 strange men, strong men, came and held me in a dream so forcefully, and one of them used his fingers to sodomize me in a dream. And when I woke up in the morning, I had so much pain. and I could not go to the toilet. It was so painful. I still went to go and prayed and prayed. I kept on believing God for healing. After the anointing Sunday, I totally, all the pain went and I was healed in the name of Jesus. Amen. The second testimony is so powerful. After the overnight, as we were dealing with the rest of our destinies, as busy as I was dealing with the witches and magic, the pastor told us to ask God to reveal the enemies of the secrets of our enemies. At 6, when I went to sleep, I had a dream. A spider came and I hit it so hard and slept on it. 2 hours later, when I woke up, I had a call. My sister received a call from the village. A witch in my village had died. She's our a relative. She had come home a few months ago, and then she left because we were so prayerful. She left and she said there's too much fire here. She left, but yesterday she died. And again, a goat was found in the compound dead the same day. I mean yesterday. And nobody knows what killed it, but I hear the snake came and beat it, so I give God the glory and honor. He has released me, he has released my family. I just thank him so much.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.